Hello students, good morning. In today's mechanics class, very first I would like to give some important notes. These are some important notes. Suppose this is the venturimeter and U2 manometer is fitted like that as shown in the figure. Here rho m is the manometer liquid density and rho is the pipe liquid density which is flowing through this pipe. And to measure the flow of fluid through this pipe, we will use this equation of venturimeter that we had derived in last class. Here CD is the coefficient of discharge that we are knowing. A1 is the cross section area of pipe. A2 is this cross section area of throat, and G is the acceleration due to gravity, and capital H. The value of capital H is important to find out. So it is also we have discussed in detail in derivation itself, but separately I want to discuss because the orientation of venturimeter may be horizontal, vertical, inclined. So that's it. That's why I have repeating this here. So if venturimeter is horizontal, then the value of H will be rho m minus rho by rho into x, where x is the difference of manometer columns x, which is visible directly in the manometer, and rho m is the density of manometer liquid that is filled in the manometer, and rho is the density of fluid flowing through this pipe. Let us come on the next point. If suppose venturimeter is vertical, then what will be value of x? For your information, again value of h we can find out using same formula. H is equal to rho m minus rho into x by rho. You can derive this thing using the pressure measurement at this datum level and using Bernoulli's equation at point and at section 1 and 2. By combining these two things, number 1, apply Bernoulli's equation at section 1 and 2, and number 2, apply the pressure head measurement at datum level that we have studied in pressure measurement chapter, that how to measure the pressure at datum level. So by combining these two, you will get that H is equal to rho m minus rho by rho into x. This will be your assignment. You will try to prove this. Here I am only giving this formula. Separately I am discussing it because it creates confusion when students solve the problem, that what will be the value of H when venturimeter is vertical, the value of H will be different. No, the value of H will be same. Okay. Even if venturimeter is inclined, still you can use same formula for calculating the value of H. What is the important? Important is the value of x. The value of x, that manometer difference of two manometer column. If we are knowing x, it doesn't matter that venturimeter is horizontal, vertical, or inclined. You can use the same formula to find out the value of h. Okay, so you should not have this type of confusion while you will solve the problem related to venturimeter. So that is why I have discussed separately this as a notes. Now let us come on the next device where you will use Bernoulli's equation to derive the equation of flow. So it is orifice meter. Orifice meter is also flow measurement device through the pipe. Just like venturimeter is flow measurement device through the pipe, orifice meter is also flow measurement device through the pipe. It is very simple and very less cost of this device. It is simply a circular plate which has a circular sharp edge hole called orifice. It is simply a circular plate. Here it is shown. It is circular plate. Section of plate is shown. This is the pipe and circular plate, and one sharp edge hole is there. This hole is called orifice, and this plate is called orifice meter. So wherever we interested to measure the flow through pipe, we fit that orifice meter in the pipe. The important thing is that this orifice must be concentric with the axis of this pipe. We will indicate diameter of orifice with D0, and this D0 will be 0.5 times the diameter of the pipe. Suppose diameter of the pipe is D1, this one, then the size of orifice should be 0.5 times of that D1. It may not be exact 0.5 times of D1. There is a range 0.4 times of D1 to 0.6 times of D1. But I have taken the average of that 0.5 times the diameter of D1. So here I am showing this figure. Let us understand some important terms with the help of this figure. This is the pipe. Through this pipe we are interested to find out the flow, value of flow, discharge. And this is the orifice plate which we have fitted here. This is the direction of flow. This is the direction of flow. Flow is from left to right. The left side of the orifice meter plate will be known as upstream side. The right side of the orifice plate will be known as downstream side. See one thing, here stream is coming and the size of diameter of this stream is reducing because it will pass through this orifice, and the diameter of stream is reducing, and at last it's come to the diameter of this orifice, and again its diameter is reducing. When it come out from this orifice diameter D0, again its diameter is reducing. After reducing some extent, again the diameter of a stream will increase and it will take the shape of pipe. Then this stream will take the shape of pipe. So here is the changes in the stream from here to here. On downside stream, after passing through this orifice, the diameter of the stream will reduce. This reduced section is known as vena contracta. This reduced section, this minimum size of this section, stream diameter, after coming out from this orifice, this is known as vena contracta. Okay, let suppose the cross section area of pipe is A1 and diameter of pipe is D1 and cross section area of this orifice hole this orifice is D0 and cross section area of this orifice is A0 and diameter of this orifice is D0 and the diameter of this vena contracta say D2 and cross section area of this vena contracta say A2. We will fit a U-tube manometer to measure the pressure difference at this section 1 where stream is flowing full and at vena contracta. We are interested to measure the pressure difference at this point just before to this when this stream will start to reduce its size, just behind this and this at this vena contracta. We are interested to measure the pressure difference at section 1 and section 2. This is the section 2. I have not mentioned here 2, but this is the section 2. That's why we have fitted this U-tube manometer, and X is the difference of column of U-tube manometer. This distance where we will fit this column of manometer, this side of manometer, this distance will be approximately 1.5 times the diameter of pipe from this orifice meter. So this distance will be 1.5 times of D1. D1 is the diameter of this pipe. So if diameter of pipe is 50 mm, then this distance where we will fit this column of manometer, that will be 1.5 times of 50, means 75 mm. And this column of the manometer we will fit at 0.5 times the D0. D0 is the diameter of orifice. Suppose diameter of orifice is 30, then 0.5 times of D0 means at 15 mm we will fit this column of the manometer. So this distance of column, this distance of this where we will fit this column of manometer should be 1.5 times of D1, and this distance where we will fit this column of the manometer should be 0.5 times the diameter of this orifice. This is very important consideration, because if we will not maintain this, then there is chances of wrong flow measurement. So a differential U-tube manometer is connected at section 1, which is at a distance about 1.5 times the pipe diameter upstream side, and other end of the manometer is connected at the section D2, which is at a distance 0.5 times the diameter of orifice downstream side. Let us apply Bernoulli's equation at section 1 and 2. Please you continuously refer that figure on some other source. Let us apply Bernoulli's theorem at section 1 and 2. Let at section 1 P1 is the pressure and V1 is the velocity of flow and Z1 is the potential head. And at section 2 let P2 is the pressure, V2 is the velocity of the flow and Z2 is the potential head. So at section 1 and 2, this quantity, this total head at section 1 will be equal to total head at section 2. As because the pipe is horizontal, so Z1 will be equal to Z2. So we can rearrange this equation like this: P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g is equal to V2 square by 2g minus V1 square by 2g. Say this quantity is equal to h, and the value of h, what will be value of h? Rho m minus rho by rho into x, that we have already discussed in last article. So here in same way we can find out the value of h. So again we take this V2 square by 2g minus V1 square by 2g is equal to h, and we get from here V2 is equal to 2gh plus V1 square, and again V2 is equal to under root 2gh plus V1 square. Say this equation as equation 1. Now, as I already have explained that at section 2 there is a minimum diameter d2 of the stream coming out from orifice. It is known as vena contracta. Now one important thing is there: the ratio of this vena contracta cross section area to the cross section area of orifice is called as coefficient of contraction. This is a very important coefficient. Coefficient of contraction. What is the coefficient of contraction? Cross sectional area of the vena contracta A2 and cross section area of the orifice plate. This ratio is called as coefficient of contraction. From here we can relate A2 and A0. A2 will be Cc into A0. Let us say this as equation number 2. Now let us apply the continuity equation at section 1 and 2. We will get A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. Separate the value of V1 from here. V1 we will get A2 by A1 into V2. Again from equation 2 we can put the value of A2 as A2 is equal to Cc. It is not C1, this is Cc A0. It's looking like C1 but it is Cc, coefficient of contraction. As I have mentioned in equation 2, from equation 2, A2 is equal to Cc into A0. That we put here, A2, Cc into A0 by A1 into V2. Now the value of this V1 we will put in equation 1. That was in last page. So in equation 1 we put the value of V1. We have V2 is equal to under root 2gh plus, that is the V1 square, means Cc square A0 square V2 square by A1 square. Let us square both sides of this equation. We get V2 square is equal to 2gh plus Cc square A0 square V2 square by A1 square. Now take V square terms one side, say left side we take V2 square terms and common out the V2 square, and we get 1 minus Cc square A0 square A1 square is equal to 2gh. Now take LCM and write in this format. Finally we will get V2 is equal to A1 under root 2gh by A1 square minus Cc square A0 square. Say this equation as equation 3. As we know that the flow through section 2 will be Q is equal to A2 V2. Okay, from the discharge equation, Q will be equal to A2 V2. A2 is equal to cross section area of vena contracta and V2 is the velocity through the vena contracta. Now we put the value of V2 here. from equation 3. The value of V2 will be A1 under 2GH by A1 square minus CC square A0 square. And put the value of A2 CC A0 from equation 2 here. So by putting the value of A2 we get CC A0 and value of V1 V2 already we have put it. So CC A0 A1 under root 2GH under root A1 square minus CC square minus A0 square. Say this equation as equation 4. So this is the equation for measuring the flow through orifice meter. But we would like to modify it little bit more this equation, similar to the equation of flow that we have gotten from for Venturi meter. That is, say the CD be the coefficient of discharge of orifice meter. Then the discharge through the orifice meter can be written as what I told. Let CD be the coefficient of discharge of orifice meter. Then the discharge through orifice meter can be written as Q is equal to CD coefficient of discharge A0 A1. A0 is the area of orifice and A1 is the area of 5 under 2GH A1 square minus A0 square. And this value of CD can be find out if we compare this equation 4 and 5. By comparing these two equations, the value of CD can be find out, and this value of CD is marked on the orifice meter. So we can use this equation to measure the flow through orifice meter. So let us compare equation 4 and 5. By comparing equation 4 and 5, we get the value of CD for orifice meter. Say this is the discharge, same thing. So we compare this and we get this cancel, both sides same, and separate the value of CD from here, and we get CD is equal to CC under root A1 square minus A0 square by under root A1 square minus CC square A0 square. So this is the value of CD, and by putting this value of CD in this equation, this very simple equation just like Venturi meter, we can use this equation to measure the flow through orifice meter. So again, this is the equation to calculate the flow through orifice meter, and this is the value of, this is the CD coefficient of discharge of orifice meter, which will be marked on the orifice meter. That is not our headache, but finally we will use this equation for the orifice. This is the similar equation as we have found out in Venturi meter flow. So in this way we have covered the two application to measure the flow through pipe using the Bernoulli equation. One is the Venturi meter, flow through Venturi meter, and other is the flow through orifice meter. So now I have already told you that you have to make what I have taught you in lecture. You have to make the notes of this. That is your assignment, and you have to make a PDF file of your assignment and have to name this file as I have already told you in WhatsApp group. That first you have to write FM / then roll number / then you have to write what I had written there, FM / roll number / date. Yes, FM / roll number / date. This three thing you have to use when you will name the PDF file. So that thing I will, if you will submit me this 2 days only, then I will make your attendance of this lecture. Otherwise you will not be given the attendance. So this is the criteria for attendance. So you are requested to make the notes immediately. I will send the snap of all the pages what I have explained to you in this lecture. You have to make the notes properly and create a PDF file of those notes and have to name of that file as I have mentioned to you. Thank you.